driveway 45 minutes later, she was ready to explode. Light spilled out onto the porch when Rory wrenched the front door open. She suppressed her anger as she watched the uniformed officer traverse the walkway, the beam of his flashlight illuminating the path before him. By the time he stepped onto the porch, she was calm enough to have a civil conversation. "You called about some vandalism, ma'am?" Officer Yamada said, after introducing himself and apologizing for the delay. Rory invited the officer inside and pointed to the broken window. He examined the area, then headed outside to look around. When he returned, she handed over the note for his inspection. This came through the window wrapped around a rock. His expression neutral, he stared at the note, not even raising an eyebrow as he read the words on the paper. "You don't seem very surprised," she said. "This isn't new to me. I saw an identical note earlier tonight at the home of the chairman of the city council." So I wasn't the only one targeted. Rory didn't know whether to find the news comforting or not. How many others were there? Besides the chairman, 2 other council members' houses were egged. Those are just the calls I took personally. No wonder he'd taken so long to get here, Rory thought. How long has this been going on? The newspaper didn't say anything about vandalism. The only articles I saw were on people complaining about the hotel, what was it? She screwed up her face in concentration. Something about homeowners near the Akaw claiming construction of the underground parking garage damaged their houses. It's been the talk of the department lately. Couldn't tell you if it's true or not. We've had several incidents of vandalism around the city since the hotel opened. The investigation is a top priority for us, but unfortunately, we haven't had much luck so far identifying the culprits. How come I haven't heard anything about this? We've been keeping it quiet. Don't want to unnecessarily disturb residents. Do you work for the Akaw? Indirectly. I put together their website and developed an app for the guests to use. The officer jotted something down on his notepad. An app, huh? My daughter keeps on talking about apps. What does this one do? Gives guests information on the hotel and the city. There's a map of the Akaw, menus for the hotel's restaurant and room service, a list of local attractions, that kind of thing. Users can even order room service and book their next visit right from their phone. Sounds useful. Would it be easy for someone to find out you did all this work for the hotel? Pretty easy. My company name and website address is at the bottom of every site I develop. Wouldn't take much research to find out who I was, though I don't know how they'd know where I live. I use a postal box for all of my company correspondence. The officer cleared his throat. A look of discomfort momentarily appeared on his face. A lot of people know where you live because of the recent problem. When she'd found a body in her garden and been suspected of murder 2 months before, it was the talk of the town. Between word of mouth and articles in the local newspaper and on blogs, half the residents probably had her address tucked away in the back of their minds by now. I'm sorry this happened to you. I know it's troubling. We'll do everything we can to figure out who's responsible. He closed his notebook. In the meantime, I'll file a report. You can get a copy if you need one for your insurance company. What are the chances you'll actually find out who did this? Based on past experience with this kind of thing, not great. But I like to be optimistic. We'll process the note and canvass the neighborhood to see if anyone noticed anything. Maybe we'll get lucky. One of your neighbors could have a security camera. I promise we'll do our best. Before stepping out the front door, Officer Yamada added, "Be sure to put something over that window, and don't hesitate to call again if something else happens." After the officer left, Rory wondered whether the police would be able to catch the culprit. If they couldn't find the person who broke her window, she intended to look for the vandal herself. She stared at the photo she'd taken of the note, trying to get some clue as to its author. There wasn't any handwriting to analyze, only a font that could have been printed anywhere.